Have you ever painted a picture and afterwards looked at it and thought, what the fudge is that? But you put so much effort into it, but you just know something's missing. Well, I'm going to let you know a little secret as to how to remedy this. So do stay tuned. You do a painting and you put a lot of time and effort into it, and you look at it and you think, I'm going to sleep on this and come back in the morning. And then you come back in the morning and it's just like, wow, what is that dog's breakfast? What was I doing? Or maybe it's not that bad, but it's just not that good either. Like, it really does happen to the best of us. Not that I'm the best, but I'm just saying, at any stage of your journey, you do something that you don't like. So there's one tool that is absolutely amazing. It's a game changer. I hate that word. It's a game changer, but I'm going to use it because it is a game changer. And it's just basically taking a photo of your picture like this. That's my picture that I didn't like. I mean, I really like the way the sunset turned out. I really like the poppies, but it was just like bleh, like it's bland. It needs like something, and like you don't want to go and like really mess up your artwork. So you take a picture, and you have to have a tablet with a stylus and a program like I use Sketchbook. It's a free app, and then you just go over it until you're happy with the picture that you've drawn, like this one. And then you paint, and I'm going to have a tutorial, the full tutorial of how I used the digital picture as my reference and how it actually turned out. So I'm going to give you the full tutorial, and you can make up your mind if the digital image looks anything like the finished image, the one that I ended up with. I'm happy with it. There were a few slight changes and deviations, and obviously I also work with mixed media, so there's some gold in there, and I'm going to show you how I do my gold windows. At a certain angle, it looks like there's lights on in the house. So I will show you how I do that as well. So let's get to the tutorial. Enough of this chit chat. Right, so this is a reminder of what the prelim digital sketch looked like. And here's my painting, all raw and ready to be redone. So I'm going in there with a permanent black marker, just outlining the poppies there, as you can see, giving them some definition. And now I'm penciling in the house and the extension of the house, my roof, my chimney, the doors, they're all going in. Okay, so this is the part where I'm doing the gold foil. So that's going to go in first before I do any kind of acrylic paint over the house. I'm going to stick those down, as you can see, and then we can paint over them with the window frames and such. Okay, so there I'm going in with some white acrylic, giving it a base coat. Putting in some blue in the doors and the roofs. Again, this is just a base coat. So now I'm going in with my magic oil pastels. If you haven't learned this trick yet, it's a really good one. So you use turpentine and oil pastels. You can go over acrylic with that. If you didn't know, in case you didn't know. And there I'm going in with some definition, some black, doing the windows, some shadow work, and then another layer of white paint. Yeah, you can't get enough layers. And even doing this do-over, such as it is, I struggled. I'm not gonna lie. I really struggled with this house. I don't know what it is. I like the digital sketch, but I did layer upon layer of this house, trying to get it all right and looking good and looking somewhat like the sketch. And there you can see the sketch. So I wasn't getting the house color right, so I'm going in with another layer. So I'm using again like an orange oil pastel to go over the yellow, starting to get that look, that color that the digital sketch had. But I tell you something, I struggled. I really struggled. And another layer of white. Yes, layers upon layers upon layers. And I mean, I know you're supposed to layer your work, but this was a little excessive because I was absolutely stuffing it up as I was going, and just like sort of repainting until
I felt like I had it right. Going in there with some shadow work. Putting in some hues again. I'm trying to get that color. And I'm going in again, trying to get that color. Yeah. I don't know what my problem was. I just didn't like the texture of the house, and so I was again going over it again. I actually sort of decided that slightly whiter house was going to be what I'm going for here. I gave up on the yellow ochre house there. I don't know, I think it might have just clashed a bit with the sky. Trying to put in some detail here on the roof, on the tin roof, and some tiles in on the house roof. And just odds and bobs. I think I just went in with some finger paint there. Some blobby. I dipped my finger in the white and blotched it onto the house and onto that little extension. Now I'm going in with the trees. Okay, so I think that's the end of the house, because now that I'm going with the trees, the branches are going to go over the house. So yeah, I'm finished with the house here. Trees are going in. And what is a painting or a landscape without some trees? Adding some mystery to the painting. Trees add mystery. What do you think of the painting so far? Do you think I've achieved that digital painting? Let me know in the comments below. And they go in the branches. Yeah, I'm going over the house. Put in a little cat there. Did you see? Just to keep you on your toes. Are you awake? Are you still with me? And some finer branches. Again, with the trees, you can't really have enough layering of branches and details and finer details. I'm going to put some birds in there as well. Can't have a painting with trees and no birds. That's the world coming to. And here I'm going in with an even finer permanent pen to do the very fine branches and the branch details there. It was also running out on me, so I think I switched back to the permanent marker here. So yeah, like I've said in previous tutorials, trees are what you want them to be. There's no, just go study trees, go study the branches. It's whatever you want it, whatever you make of it. So some go up, some go down, some go all over the place. There is no right or wrong when it comes to doing trees and branches. Just make a point of when you're out in nature, just look at the branches, look how they form, and yeah, practice, layers. Now I'm going with some shadow work in the trees. That I'm doing with an oil pastel because it's easy to smudge and do some shadow work. Looks quite eerie. And there you have it. Now I'm going to go in with some gold detail with the, oh no I'm not. What I'm going to go in with is some oil pastel again. I'm going to highlight the poppies with some orange oil pastel just to give them a little bit of je ne sais quoi. Some verve. They're going to pop those poppies. And now I'm going in with the gold marker. Not a marker. It's a gold liner. I use a gold acrylic, what they call a glass liner. Okay, so that's the digital rendering I did, the prelim sketch, and there's the painting. What do you think? Which one do you prefer? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And wow, so that marks the end of this tutorial. You can buy this original and prints of this in my gallery. The pinned comment below will have the link, and the details will have the link. And I also have a whole lot of art tutorials if you're interested in watching more. I'll also link that in the description and have it in the pinned comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.